Previously on Renee Reacts.
Everything okay?
Oh, jeez! Why are they always busting up the office?
Crack, enough with the walls, Jet. We have a door.
Thank you, Blitz!
There he is. There's my boy. Get over here and give your daddy a hug. Daddy? I only let Moxie call me that.
Crap!
Looks like I have two big
No!
reunions today. How lucky am I? It's been 84 years. Isn't that from that boat movie?
Stuff actually happened.
Okay, not much of a talker, are we?
Wait, what?
The O is silent. Let this be a lesson, Moxie. This is what happens when you cross me.
Salutations, everyone. It is a beautiful sunny day in the UK. Spring is definitely here. Now, you're not here for the weather. You're here. Oh, excuse me. Hair's flying everywhere. It's a bit windy because I live by the coast. You're not here but about the coast or the sunny weather. You're here for my thoughts on the latest episode of Helluva Boss, X's and O's. And, yeah. With Fizzy Pop announcing that a new episode is coming out soon, I've realised I need to get my analysis out ASAP. So, without further delay, let's get to it. My analysis on X's and O's.
Okay, buckle up, because this is going to be a long one. It's going to be such a long one that we had to make a separate video from my original reaction. So, wow, okay. So, it's so crazy. I had to write lots of notes in order to rewatch it several times and make some notes. Holy carp. There is so much that happened in episode 3. Like, I'm so glad I wrote these things down because I wouldn't even know where to begin. So, as the episode begins, we've returned to some continuity where Luna has been suggesting that Moxie is fat. Suggesting more like, if we saw from last episode, she
lost 2 pounds this week.
did straight up say how fat you are. So, there is that. So there was a continuation of that. And then all of a sudden, Millie just barges into a blazing rage, and understandably, Moxie is a bit concerned. Turns out it's about an ex that she ran into. Oh boy. Ches. A very sneaky snake of a character. So full of himself.
I got a big dick.
Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. I'll just say he got what he deserved. He totally did. And I had a feeling that this X thing being brought up wasn't going to be the end of it. And yeah, oh boy, was I right. Next thing we know, Millie's punched this cabinet over and there's photos everywhere with very strange pictures for Blitz's research. What? What? Understandably, those kids that came across the research, oh boy, they're broken. we got Crimson sending his sharks to pick up IMP. I gotta say, how did Moxie not notice the letter C on their hats after Blitz stated that their client was from Greed? The letter C, some big shot in Greed. How did Moxie not click that? How did he not click that? And you got Crimson. Talk about a shitty dad. This guy is all kinds of evil. Beautifully made character, like his characterization, brilliant. Makes him a very hated character. And success, because people hate Crimson now. So much so, like, before you can get so far into the storyline of where the episode is going, in the background there are literally pieces of his victims, wings, horns, tails, teeth, all hung up as trophies on the wall. This guy is crazy. I do not blame Moxie for leaving that life behind. We will get to Moxie's backstory, especially a certain character, but we will get there. Next thing we know, BAM! In comes Ches. Yep, he's so full of himself. Turns out, both Millie and Moxie once dated him. So naturally, Blitz is a bit peeved that he got to have fun with these two, and not him. Also, some more continuity. Lululand being rebuilt. It only shows for like 2 seconds, and then that's it. But it's showing that Lululand is being rebuilt. Makes sense. Of course. There are a ton of references in this episode. We're gonna, like, movie references. First one, Titanic references.
It's been 84 years.
Isn't that from that boat movie?
Exactly. Exactly, Blitz. Ingenious. Love it. Now, one of the biggest things that I've realized from this episode, huge continuity. Like, it's going all the way back to season 1, episode 1.
Maybe like a shitty dad or a mob family. That's understandable.
Yeah. That. Talk about Moxie was basically stating that his dad is shitty and that he's from a mob family. I know I'm not the only one that's come across this. There are so many people, like, it's been tweeting everywhere, and I noticed it too. After the episode finished, I was rewatching it, and I was like, hold on a minute.
And I went back to one of my draft reactions, which will never come out, unfortunately, due to some corruptions. But the one bit I did find was the bit where Moxie was saying that maybe a shitty dad or a mob family. That's understandable.
I was like, oh! So I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed it. It's a huge thing. How can you not notice it? And I just love how cleverly it was linked in. I really love that. It's wonderful continuity. Love that. And then we have how Moxie and Blitz first met. They met in prison together. Did not expect that at all. Didn't see that coming. Did you? If you did, let me know in the comments. This scene right here, this like little moment right here.
I've heard a lot of good things about you and your work.
Really? What kind of shit has Moxie been spreading about me? I'll fucking kill you, Moxie! Don't you fucking test me!
No! From all over. Looks like you're building a bit of a name for yourself here, kid.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a horrible feeling by the way Crimson said that. What kind of reputation? Is there like some anti-IMP brewing, seeking revenge somewhere in hell? I could be overthinking this. A reputation where people want to have revenge on IMP, maybe? That's what I'm trying to get at? Who knows? I have to now talk about the biggest thing that happened in this episode. Moxie's backstory with his family. So not only do we see his dad, we get to see a little bit, at least a little bit of his mother. Holy moly. There's a lot going on here. So from what I understand, his mother is from the Ring of Wrath, while his dad is from the Ring of Greed. And it could be some sort of arranged marriage. Do we know if the mother once loved Crimson? I'm judging by from what happened, possibly not. But she was such a caring mother. She cared about Moxie. She was always she was definitely like showing him out. She was showing him to be a killer, as hell does do that. She was like really proud of Moxie when he was doing some target shooting. Like really supportive mother. We stand that real supportive mother. And then standing up against Crimson for killing an imp right in front of him. And stopping Crimson from letting Moxie kill, I wouldn't say an innocent, but having to do the dirty work and killing someone. Getting a child to kill someone. That's what I'm trying to get across. And then you see her cutting up the food so that Moxie can eat the food better, and Moxie really loved that and everything. Crimson not liking that. But then you see him trying to show a little of just the smallest attention to his mother, but his mother just immediately shoved her foot away, and it annoyed Crimson. He's slamming his foot in frustration. So there was definitely tension between the parents, definitely, before the whole target practice thing went down. I don't know who slapped who. You guys decide, but I think the mother slapped Crimson. I believe his mother slapped Crimson. But I could be wrong. It could have been Crimson that slapped the mother before she walked out. I am not sure, but in my opinion, I think it was her that slapped Crimson. If she did, go her. Unfortunately, we all know what happened to her in the end. What with the floating shoe that clearly belonged to his mother. Yeah. And what kind of father makes his child push an innocent, or maybe not that innocent, imp into the water? you could see Moxie didn't want to do it, and it really hurt him when he after he pushed the block off the boat and the guy sunk down. Poor little Moxie. Oh, don't blame him for getting away from it all. I don't blame him at all. Okay, this is really precious, and I have to make a little mention. This beautiful picture of Millie and Moxie together. They are so precious. So precious. And what's also precious and heartbreaking, this right here. He is crying silently. Because of how he was raised by his father, he had to hide his feelings. So he cried silently. He cried silently. That tugs at the heartstrings. So small, but tugs at the heartstrings. Another reference that I have to point out. It's so funny. I was laughing so much at this after rewatching it, because I missed it in my original reaction.
Buckle up, Millie. We're doing a Shrek. I object!
And he said doing a Shrek, so...
I object!
Yeah. Yeah. I was laughing so much. I love it when people sprinkle in references to things that a lot of people know of. So things like Titanic and Shrek. Love that. And then, no surprise, Millie is going psycho. And I don't blame her. They're trying to marry off her husband. Like, she went crazy. She went crazy, and I love it. We stand Millie. Yes, Millie. Go, Millie. Protect your man. Also, I'd like to point a little something about my reaction. I was laughing at Blitz's face with this head covered in blood, just a severed head in the trunk of him, and he just the man was too stunned to speak. That's why I was laughing. Okay, I think I covered everything in all my notes. Let me just double check. Yeah. Oh, and I hate Crimson. I hate Crimson. So but I think a lot of us hate Crimson after watching that episode. And Ches got what he deserved. Ches totally got what he deserved. Well, that is a wrap for me. And I hope you enjoyed my first analysis video. If you'd like to see more and not miss the reactions, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody, and see you next time.